Hey, I'm Hervan Pessa. I'm your money sidekick. I'm a fee-for-service financial planner here in Calgary. And in this video, we'll talk about why retirees should consider downsizing in retirement. In this video, I'll share 7 reasons why it may make sense for you to downsize in retirement. Some are obvious, but some are surprising. I would not have uncovered many of these if I haven't had the chance to go through clients, their scenarios, as well as my own experience and stories as well. These are the things that I want my clients to consider when they're thinking about downsizing, because it is a complex decision that impacts you beyond the dollars and cents. So I've created a mini series around it. You'll see the pros and cons as well as case studies to downsizing. So be sure to like and subscribe so that you don't miss the coming videos about this very topic. The first reason to downsize is manageability. Let's just chat about making life easier for you as you get older. I know taking care of a big house can be really tough. There's so much cleaning, gardening, and fixing that needs to be done, and it could just be a lot. That's why some folks decide to move to a smaller place that's easier to handle. And it's not just about the physical stuff as well. Having a big space and a big place can be stressful. See, moving to a cozier home can really help calm your worries. Plus, you get to buy some time. You get more time to relax and enjoy the things that you love doing. My wife, for example, can't move on to our other weekend activities if she hasn't given the house a once-over. So it's easier to do that if you have a smaller home. Instead of taking the whole Saturday or the whole Sunday, we take an afternoon to deal with a smaller home compared to a multi-story 3,000 square foot place. Also, have you noticed that smaller homes are often set up to be better for you as you get older? They usually have everything you need in one floor. So when you downsize, consider mobility so you don't have to climb upstairs. They can just make life simpler and safer for you. So all in all, getting a smaller place can actually make a big difference in making you feel good, so you focus more time on having fun in your golden years. Of course, there's also the financial benefits. The primary reason being releasing trapped equity, turning your home into cash. I know for many of you who's been around the block a few times, their houses, your house may just look like a piggy bank that you have no access to. So when you decide to move to a smaller place, it's like breaking that piggy bank open and suddenly you've got a bunch of money that you can use for all sorts of things. Like maybe selling the mortgage, paying off the cars, buying your kids' education, and making sure that you have enough funding for trips. It also allows you to make more money. The money that we unlock from your home can be reinvested, right? You get access to the piggy bank, and that cash can help you grow more of an income stream in retirement. It's kind of like planting a seed that grows into a tree instead of just allowing it to be stuck in your primary residence. This extra cash can actually help you with your later years as well. If you have other needs, and there's no point of having a paid off mortgage-free home if you don't have enough sufficient financial resources to make ends meet or to make sure that you're accomplishing your goals and how you've envisioned your dream retirement. It's also about smarter planning for the future. Moving to a smaller place now is a smart move for what's known as estate planning. It's just a fancy way of saying what happens to my stuff when I'm not around anymore. By moving to a smaller spot, it makes it simpler and easier for your next of kin, for your executor to tidy everything up. That saves some money that otherwise would have gone into management of that. And it allows you to make better decisions about how you give to the next generation as well. We'll talk about a specific section for estate planning. We'll take care of that towards the end of this video. If you're the type of person that's serious about making smart choices about your retirement, we have lots of free resources for you at retirementlaunch.com. Articles, and as well as an opportunity for you to register to our free webinar if you're considering retirement in the next 5 years. I'll see you there. Let's continue with the rest of the video. It also helps with lifestyle changes. when you retire, what you need from a home might change. It's kind of like needing a different backpack when you go to school and you grow up. Things are different, right? Like maybe you want a place that's super easy to walk around in now. Or maybe you're looking for a neighborhood where you can actually make friends that share the same interest as you. The thing is, family dynamics may have already changed and you just haven't noticed it. Maybe it's now time to let your kids step up to the plate for these family gatherings. One of your kids might have already stepped up and got a larger home so that they're the designated, the go-to house for family gatherings. If that's the case, would you really still need a formal dining room in your home right now? See, lots of folks who retire think about moving to places where there's plenty of things to do, like games clubs. It's about living in a spot where every day you can go out and find a new adventure. So also think about what the house has as far as accessibility. Just imagine like a curbless shower, for example. Yes, you can renovate your home so that you can just walk into your shower without taking a step, but you might already be able to buy that with your next property. There's a lot of little things that would allow you to be more independent for longer. And the sooner you make these decisions, the easier it becomes for you later. The other item here for financial considerations is reduced expenses. Think about it this way. When you move to a smaller home, you don't have as much space, you don't need as much energy to keep it warm in the winter or cool in the summer. That means your energy bills will go down. This is great for your wallet, but smaller homes, or newer homes specifically, if you're making that part of your downsizing decision, they don't need as much repairs. That saves you even more cash. City assessments also dictate how much you pay in taxes. So smaller homes, typically lower value compared to what you're selling right now, would mean having to pay less in property taxes as well. All of these little savings may seem insignificant in small portions, but they add up to give you more freedom and allows you to spend your dollars on the things that you actually care about during retirement. The third reason to downsize is looking for your desire for simplicity. Downsizing isn't just about moving into a smaller space, it's about choosing to live simpler. Imagine having only the things that you really love around you. If you think about the Marie Kondo thing, this bring me joy? I don't know why I picked that up, but that's kind of the idea behind it. It makes life less cluttered the more focused you are on what matters to you and what you keep around you. Think about the freedom of being able to just lock up and go. We'll talk about travel and being mobile later as well. But these are the things that you worry about when you have a big home. You end up accumulating a lot of clutter. When you simplify where you live, you actually open up more space in your life to do things that you love or discover if you love them or you don't. New hobbies, growing personally. It's about quality over quantity and just really living, then maintaining. I guess I should put it that way. It's better for you to have a house and a home you live in than one that you're just a caretaker and you maintain. I know that letting go of a house full of memories can be tough, so be sure to really weigh this out as well. But many people actually find it refreshing. As a place has memories, so too does it have trauma. So depending on your situation, that in itself might be the only reason you need to downsize. I've already talked about estate planning earlier, but I just feel like this is an idea and it's a concept that most people still can't wrap their heads around. So I want to bring it to the forefront. Downsizing can significantly impact estate planning in several ways, making the process of managing and passing on assets to your heirs and to your beneficiaries more straightforward, and potentially just save relationships when you're not around. And here's how this would impact your estate. By downsizing, you're forcing yourself to get rid of a lot of the extra crap, I'm going to use that word, around you. And it also simplifies asset distribution. When you sell a large property and you move into a smaller one, or even a rental for that matter, this simplification frees up some cash. You may decide to give that now instead of leaving that for the estate or the executor to settle. That's important if your wishes are not the same for all of your children or all the people that you care about. Fair is not always equal, and equal is not always fair. So if you are in a situation where that's the main concern you have for estate planning, one way to combat that is actually give now while you're around to distribute and to share and divide and to give the proceeds. It could potentially reduce tax liability too if you do this early by giving it away sooner than allowing it to grow later, depending on how you're handling this. Of course, this increases liquid assets. The equity that's released from selling your home can be invested and saved and grown by the people that you want to take the benefit from anyway. You also have the privilege of seeing them take advantage and use the gift that you're providing them. The next reason for you to consider is your equity can actually help fund your retirement and long-term care when you downsize. It can free up funds to take care of healthcare expenses, long-term care costs in retirement. By planning for these expenses ahead of time, you can actually ensure that your estate is not depleted. We've heard of horror stories where the estate was supposed to be much larger, but it gets decimated by last-minute healthcare costs. If you're already planning for that healthcare cost, whatever inheritance you actually earmarked for your kids can be used and can stay intact. The next benefit for downsizing is it facilitates for aging in place. If the downsize includes moving into a home with accessibility features I've talked about throughout this video, or maybe to a community or to a condo where there's a lot more options for elderly care, it can actually allow you for stability. You get to stay in that new place for longer, and you can adjust while you still have the energy earlier on in retirement, rather than being forced to do that later when mobility is no longer on your side. Maybe this is the number one reason people should consider downsizing, is the increased mobility and travel opportunities. It just gives you more freedom to explore. See, with fewer maintenance items and responsibilities in your home, lower living expenses, retirees should have now the ability to spend that on travel much more extensively. Downsizing can be a strategic decision to facilitate more adventures. It's the lock and leave convenience for smaller homes, particularly those in managed communities or in condos, to be able to just lock up and you don't have to worry about shoveling the sidewalk or having overgrown plants in your yard that just signals that no one's home. You don't have to worry about that. That's ideal for retirees that really want to spend seasons in different locations. It's about cultural enrichment too, right? How we grow up and how we grow old, I'm sorry if I'm using that language, keeps us kind of stuck in one place. By giving ourselves permission to travel, it's actually quite enriching. It allows us to grow personally and offers that sense of relaxation that you won't have here. And it helps with your health. There's no data around that, I'm being honest, but I just can't see how that could harm you. By being able to explore other cultures and take the time to re-energize yourself. Heck, I didn't even think about that, but really, potentially this could help prolong your health and make your retirement more enjoyable because you actually have the energy to do the things that you love. So that's it. There's probably other items that I've missed. I'd love to get your feedback and your thoughts and questions in the comments section because this conversation is really, truly different for everybody. You might be the type of person that your goal is to age in place because of all the memories and all of the things you got to experience in your home. If that's a real goal, you need to make sure that's incorporated in your financial plan. We do that for our clients. And even if you downsize, by the way, your next property can still be used and have equity for your latter years. You don't have to consider this as a one and only move in retirement, but it's about being systematic about it. I hope that was helpful. Please leave us a like, subscribe to the channel. It really does help us reach others that could use prompts like this. I'm not trying to give you advice because I don't know you, but I want you to take control of your retirement. I want you to be your own retirement hero. I'm just here to be your sidekick. See you in the next video.